Injury doesn't take your identity. Silence does. Not all at once, not in a dramatic moment, but slowly, quietly, over time. The moment you stop showing up, not physically but mentally, is when athletes begin to lose themselves. Most athletes think identity comes from training, from performance, from output, from numbers that move in the right direction, from showing up, doing the work, and seeing progress. And when injury interrupts that cycle, it feels like identity has been taken away. But that's not actually what's happening. Identity doesn't come from performance. It comes from behavior, from how you think, from how you decide, from how you stay engaged when circumstances change. When injury removes your routine, something subtle happens. At first, it looks like rest. You step back, you slow down, you give your body time. That part makes sense. But then something shifts. Rest quietly turns into disengagement. You stop checking in with yourself. You stop planning your week. You stop thinking in terms of phases or decisions or long-term return. You tell yourself you'll re-engage once you're back, once training resumes, once things feel normal again. And slowly, being an athlete starts to feel like something you used to be. Not because you chose that, but because no one teaches athletes how to stay mentally active when physical activity is limited. Here's the part that matters. Injury limits what you can do. It does not limit how you operate. You don't stop being an athlete because your body needs time. You start to feel disconnected when you go quiet and wait. Waiting feels responsible. It feels patient. It feels safe. But psychologically, waiting has a cost. The longer you stay disengaged, the harder it becomes to think clearly about return. The harder it becomes to judge readiness. The harder it becomes to trust your own decisions. This is why so many setbacks don't come from weakness. They come from erosion. Erosion of judgment, erosion of confidence, erosion of identity. Not because the athlete wasn't capable, but because they disappeared mentally during the quiet phase. Staying an athlete during injury doesn't require intensity. It doesn't require pushing. It doesn't require pretending you're fine. It requires presence. Presence looks like checking in, noticing where your head is at, reflecting instead of avoiding, making small intentional decisions, even when the decisions feel insignificant. It's deciding, how do I stay engaged today without rushing? How do I protect momentum without forcing progress? How do I act like an athlete even when I can't train like one? You don't need to train hard to think clearly. You don't need to perform to stay disciplined, and you don't need to be back to begin the comeback. The comeback doesn't start when training resumes. It starts when you refuse to disappear during the in-between phase. If you're navigating injury right now, or that space where you're not fully sidelined but not fully back, there's a private community called the Comeback Club built specifically around this phase. It's not rehab. It's not medical. It's perspective, structure, and shared experience for athletes who want to return smarter, not rushed. Details are below.